Here with Vincent Brown following Saturday's win over the Georgia Warhawks on Hall of Fame Day. Coach, appreciate the time as always. Just
Thank you.
Your opening thoughts about how the game played itself out.
Well, first and foremost, thankful and blessed to be able to come play on a Saturday. I felt like our guys came with a lot of energy throughout the week. We needed a boost to get our guys going and turn this thing around. Hats off to the Warhawks for coming down. Coach Jones, he's a stand-up guy. His team came out and played, and I commend him, young man. And so from here, we're going to continue to build our program, do the right things, but I've seen a lot of great things. I've seen a lot of guys step up today, and then I've seen some younger guys get an opportunity and go out there when their number was called and make plays. So I was impressed overall. I still got to watch the film. It's always things to clean up, Walker, but we're never going to shun from a win. We're going to take it, and we're going to build from it.
The start of the offensive side of the football, Quentin Wallace gets the nod and plays a good bit of the game. Just talk about what you thought of his performance in his first collegiate action of the year.
Well, so proud of Quentin this week. He knew this whole camp, he's been learning behind Mason, and 12 is a lot. We know that 12 is going to get the majority of the snaps. He was out, he was kind of banged up, so we wanted to get him back and ready to go. And so Quentin knew his number was called. And so he made some great reads out there, and there's a couple communication things that we're going to clean up because he's a freshman. So, but he put the ball where it needed to be put. He commanded that offense, and I couldn't be more proud of the young man. He stepped up this week, and he took on the role of leading that offense, and then you see the results.
The other side, or the other part about the offense, the running game and the offensive line really got some things going, and a lot of people got touches on running backs and got some yards. Just talk about that aspect of the offense today.
Well, it started up front with our offensive line. We had our center was kind of banged up, so we had to fill a guy in, but we got some guys back that were healthy. So they took it upon themselves to say, hey, Coach, we're gonna play for 4 quarters. I had to really pull them off the field at the end because they wanted to go. And I said, hey guys, we got more season left, right? We got more games left. So it started with them, but those running backs, I mean, you have Cam, Curtis, Larry, and then some of the backup guys. Brady got some touches today. Quintez got some touches, put the ball down, and he gonna see me about that, but I couldn't be more proud of those guys. They perfect reads, good protection, and then I'll watch the film to get the rest, but they stepped up today.
Defensive side of the football, your guys were flying around all over the place, a couple of picks on the day as well. Just talk about what you saw from the defense and how they responded, having played well all year and finally get back in the win column.
Well, that's one of the reasons I kind of lost my voice last week. They got me out of being just the head coach and now coming back being active with the defense. But once again, they took on a challenge. And hats off to that D-line. I mean, we got a chance to rotate some guys in, and the linebackers made big plays. Chase had about 6 or 7 tackles. But the DBs done an amazing job. I mean, Buck was healthy. We had Sincere. We had Benny. And then we had on the other side, Stacey Adams, a freshman, stepping up, along with Josiah Beecham. So I was proud of those guys. You know, they, for the most part, nothing got through. They threw one up, and the receiver made a great play. We'll take that. But I've been proud of those guys since these guys are taking on the challenge to really get this thing turned around and go out each week and compete.
You guys headed to the bye now at the halfway point of the season. What are you hoping to see from your team as you go through the next 2 weeks before you hit the road to Thaddeus Stevens?
Well, one thing we talked about that I was impressed with was our special teams today. A lot better. Special teams guys in the return game. Tim had some big runs. Josiah had some big runs. But just on the kickoff team, guys going down, coveraging. Our kicker didn't have to make all the plays, right? So I was proud of that. Just being disciplined on our PAT and our field goals. I think we were 4 for 4, 5 for 5, or maybe more. And I was proud of those guys for that. So just playing disciplined, fundamental, builder football is our way. And that's the mind frame that I've challenged on our coaches, and that's the mind frame our kids have accepted. And so we're going to continue to build upon that.
Coach, appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Walker.
Here with Quentin Wallace following Saturday's win over the Georgia Warhawks. Quentin, got your first collegiate action of the year and started the game leading the offense. Just talk about what it was like to be out there with your team.
It felt good to be out there, man. The guys trusted me. We went out there. We came out the first play and punched them in the mouth first. So that's how we came out with a dub when you start slow.
Threw for, I think, 3 touchdowns on the day. Talk about what it was like to be able to link up with those wide receivers and really get going and show Builder Nation what you can do.
I prepared all week, and we repped it. We repped it in practice a lot, and I went out there and performed. So I made it.
Talk about your offensive line and how they were able to keep you upright.
Oh, those guys are great. I didn't even get touched the whole game. No sacks. So, only time I got touched was when I ran the ball, of course. But those guys are great on the run, on the pass protection, backside. I didn't have to worry about anything.
Quentin, like I said, your first action of the year. You guys get the bye week now. What do you hope that your team can accomplish over the bye before you hit the road for a couple weeks?
Definitely turn this thing around, take this win, and go get 5 more the rest of the season. Yeah.
Here with Jay Miller, Arrington, following a win over Georgia Warhawks here on Saturday. Jay led the team in tackles with 6 on the day. Just talk about what it was like to be able to get out there for the first time this year and get to hit somebody.
Oh man, it felt amazing, man. Like hitting people, that's like my favorite part about the sport. You know, I love hitting. I could do that all day. When I got to hit that QB, it felt like the best thing ever.
Yeah, you ended up hitting the quarterback. I think got a sack as well. Just talk about the defense and what they were able to do all day today. Not just when you were out there, but also throughout the entire game.
Oh, the D-line and the linebackers, they was giving excellent pressure, giving QB less time. They was giving QB little to less time to throw the ball. DBs, it was catch and pace all day. They was ready. We worked hard this week on that.
You guys go into a bye, then you got 5 more games, so exactly at the halfway point of the season. What do you hope that your defense and your guys on that side of the football accomplish over the bye as you get ready to hit the road?
Stay healthy, get more picks, and work better on our technique and whatnot.
Here with Cam Jackson following today's win over Georgia Warhawks at the Apprentice Athletic Center. Cam, appreciate the time. 2 touchdowns on the day, rushing the ball on 6 carries. Just talk about being able to get back out there on the field after you had to take a couple games off.
It was a hard time at first after I found out. But, I had to take my time, make sure I was straight, and get back on the field. And I'm happy to be there.
The 2 touchdowns today, you kind of had whatever you guys wanted rushing the football. Talk about that offensive line and what they were able to do to make things real easy for you.
I love being behind them. They like to block. They fit really physical. I like being behind that O-line.
Going into the bye, halfway through the season now, what are you hoping to see from your running back core as well as this offense as you go into the second half after the bye?
Just keep being more physical. We can't keep starting off slow. We got to pick up the pace, get fast, and win the games.